Hey, I'm Ray Neville from Inner City Basketball, and you're watching CVA360.
Word up.
All right, what's going on? Garner Bolden here. I am back, and I am here, have the honor and pleasure with somebody who we talk about in the community where a lot of people don't get the recognition that they deserve, and not necessarily that they're looking for, but at the same time, we have legends in the city like Mr. Ray Niblett, man. It's so good to have you on CVA 360.
Good to be here on 360, man.
Yes, indeed.
Proud
man.
of y'all, man.
I'm proud of you, for real, man.
Yeah.
For you being the OG, for me, that's something that's very important. Somebody that's older, somebody who's been through the experiences, and what you give to the young kids in the community from your life experience, and be able to tell them where not to go. So I want to find out first, man, for everybody who doesn't know, where did you start from and what got you into the community work?
Well, actually, you know, I have a love for basketball. All my life I played sports, basketball, tennis, football. So, you know, I always loved sports. I love the lessons that sports can teach. I was taught a lot of lessons through sports, you know, and I learned that, you know, I went to school, started my college career there at Virginia Union, met a lot of people, you know, ran into some stuff in my life, and you know, God give people second chances.
Right.
So I take this really, really serious. Started inner city basketball, started in 2009. I was working in the school system, right?
Right.
I was a one-to-one counselor. That means you work with one child. So God blessed me with a gift. So when I went to that school to work with that one child, every day I looked up, it was 6, 8, 10 different kids there, right?
Right.
So light bulb went off. I said, it's a need for brothers like myself to connect with the kids. Now, I grew up in Gifford Court, and I didn't know I was poor until I was 14. So a lot of people talk about the poorness and all of the poverty stuff that we deal with in the inner city,
right.
But it's something on the other side of that that we miss. And it's the hearts of our kids. You know, it's the feeding of their spirit, right? So now I have a basketball camp, but we have incorporated life skills into that camp. And it's beautiful because all of that wasn't the plan. Plan for me to get 50, 60 guys, girls, come out to the playground, show them the fundamentals of life and the fundamentals of basketball. So I use basketball as a current to get them in the gym so they can listen to guys like myself, Charles Oakley, the mailman, the mayor, a fireman, just regular kids, people that have a career, regular guys that have a career. Well, 15, 14 years later, it blew up to what it is now, and we so happy to have the support and the trust of all the parents, and took a while to get there, but we're here, man.
And I want to touch on something that you actually talked about because it's real close to the heart for me. Young kids, as far as what you're saying, like with the experience, and then especially young kids because their feelings a lot of times are neglected. Right. And put to the side because they're children and they just need to be a child, stay in a child's place, but they go through a lot of trauma.
Yes.
Me not being so far removed, you know, at the same time, and being young and stuff like that. As far as that goes, even with the camp and you helping with them, how does that work? As far as you being a therapist to the kids and them going through things?
See, the camp lasts 1 week.
Right.
Have 5 hours for 5 days in the summer, and that's our big gift to our community. But all year round, we have mentor groups, we meet with kids, we take them on different educational type of things, we take them to stuff outside of their community so they can see that there's something else going on besides their self, their problem, their mom, or their what they don't have.
Taking them out of their environment.
Take them out of their environment. You can't be something that you never seen.
Right.
So sometimes you have to see some stuff, and we give them activities to do, man. It's real simple for me. So, you know, having an interview and explaining to people, man, it's almost irritating because what we do is so simple and anybody can do it, you know, but it takes patience. So when you see kids that don't have a voice and somebody's been telling them shut up their whole life.
Right.
So we don't do that. So we allow you to display the behavior, whether it's negative or positive, then we can help you.
Yeah.
If you walk around all day and don't never say nothing, and you got bad behavior, nobody will never know till you act out. So we allow them to act like themselves. Then we correct it, do little stuff, and give them little tools they can use to remember the behavior pattern that they need to be on to be successful.
That's what I'm talking about. You see the passion that he has is more than whatever anybody say, nonprofit, money, whatever the case may be. He's somebody who actually cares about the kids, their well-being, because he's been through that himself.
No question. I lived in Gilbert myself. I never thought at one time I could go to college, period.
Right.
Because nobody around me was going to college. See? So, but thank God I could play. I was quick, I was fast, I was an athlete. So other coaches saw that. So they would come over and Gilbert, get me, and we would leave. A couple of other friends had the same experience.
Right.
You know, but they wanted our athletic ability. Well, I want more than that for these kids. I want to be able to show them the life skills that's going to help them as they display their athletic ability. Right. People will see their personality as well. Because we have some beautiful kids, man.
Yes.
Talented kids.
The future.
Yes, man.
So, with that being said, right here, right now, Ray Neville inner city basketball camp. Y'all see that right there in the background.
And I'm so proud to have that in this gym. This gym is like, it's a sacred ground for me. It really is. Every day I come to work, every day I come over here. Our camp started here, but my life started here. I learned how to dribble with a left hand here, in this same gym. Right. In this same gym. So being here with y'all, man, right now, man, being on 360, man, all of that was part of God's plan.
Yes.
And to have that hanging in this gym. But see, a lot of people that can see this, they gonna know what I'm talking about. This gym, a lot of great players came in here.
Saving grace. You know what I mean?
A lot of great players been here. So for me to be the one to have, I'm talking about Kendrick Warren. I'm talking about Crockett, man. I'm talking about some players, man, unbelievable, man. They can play better than me. Kendrick Warren is the best basketball player that this program, that this playground, that this facility, this neighborhood ever produced.
So the ghosts of legends are walking through this building.
All the time. So I'm just the Paul Bearer of, I'm just the person that's keeping it alive, the person that's letting these kids know about the history of this gym and what it means and how we respected it. How we respected the people that came here and spent time with us, showing us about basketball and life. Yeah. How they poured into us. Right. And I know they didn't get paid a lot of money for it. Well, I don't get paid nothing for it. Right. So I don't get paid nothing for this, not for my camp. Right. And people say, Ray, why don't you charge $25 or $50 just for sign-up fee? And I tell all of them the same thing. And that is, when my mom was raising us, she had 10 children. She didn't have a sign-up fee. So if I had to sign up and pay for stuff, you'd never know I could play. You'd never saw me at Union. You'd never saw me in high school. You'd never know me. Wow. Because she simply didn't have that, and that won't make her a bad person. Because if she had it, she would have gave it to me. Right. But I wouldn't ask her for that. So if you weren't gonna let me play for free, then you didn't have me. I wasn't gonna play.
Yeah, so many families are struggling and have kids that have talents and potential. Yes. And the fact that money limits them to be able to join these programs and stuff like that really does dim their light.
And basketball shouldn't cost nothing. Right. Basketball, it shouldn't cost nothing. Man, listen, let me tell you something. We have 300 to 400 kids every summer. Every single summer we have, and I probably had that every day. Had I had the funding, the facility and all that, we could do so many, it's so much. You just look at it as a basketball camp. But if you ever been to inner city basketball to a camp, then you know it's more than a camp. Yeah. You know it's not really about basketball. Yeah. You know I give out character trophies, not basketball trophies.
You end up learning real life lessons.
Oh man, something that you can take with you your whole life. Your game's gonna fade.
They don't recognize it then because you're young, but at the same time, that stuff is it's like muscle memory and playing basketball. Right. It comes back.
That's right. We've seen so many kids from our program, right? Affiliated with our program, have been blessed to go on to college. Not just from this program, but we plug them into other programs. After our camp or after what we're doing is over, we tell them where to go.
And not selfish.
Yes, yes, no, it's not. Yes, man, we need to give them the opportunity to be able to be themselves, grow into themselves. You won't give kids the opportunity to grow into, you got to already be everything that you're gonna be. Right. And that's not fair. No.
You have to actually see the gifts they have and actually stir them in that direction.
Nobody plants a flower the same day you planted it becomes a flower. Yeah. You gotta be patient with kids. Just like you do a flower or a tree or whatever you plant.
You gotta nurture it.
You gotta nurture it, man.
All right, so now we get to the main event, the main thing we want to really talk about, man. Ray Nibley's inner city basketball camp. please let me know how long has that been running? Where did the idea come from, first of all? How long it's been running? And what is your end goal as far as going with the camp?
Well, the inception of the camp was designed to just have a positive, safe camp for kids, man. A lot of kids never been to a basketball camp. They play AAU and all that, but they've never really been trained. So 2009, we started ICB, and 15, 14 years later, it's an explosion.
Yeah.
It's a summer explosion.
Y'all see that?
It's just bigger than me, it's bigger than life. And we are so proud that we able to reach that many kids with life skills, man. You know how valuable that is, man? This basketball is one thing, and I love basketball. And I want you and Kevin Green to come so I can take both of y'all to the rack.
Oh my God, do y'all hear this?
Put it on y'all out there.
Do y'all hear
at
this?
our camp. So so you already know. Y'all better go somewhere.
He already seen me shooting and getting it in already.
Yeah, you and Kevin better get in shape. That's all I got to say.
We ready
but
for it.
July the 18th through July the 22nd, we have inner city basketball. We're gonna be at Pine Camp. We're gonna be outside. If it rains, we got some other facilities to take the kids in. And hey man, like I said, it's exploded from 9 in the morning to 3 in the evening. We're gonna have food, everything free.
Yes.
Don't send nothing but your child with workout uniforms, tennis shoes on. If they don't have tennis shoes, contact us. We're gonna get them straight.
Man.
No reason to miss it.
Y'all see, that's where I came from, Northside Pine Camp. That's part of where I grew up at. But man, I just want to say, man, y'all make sure y'all check out Ray Nibless Inner City Basketball Camp that's coming up July
the 18th through July the 22nd. That's a Monday through a Friday. You see all the superstars, all the legends, but the most important to me, them life skills, man. We get a chance to work with our kids and let them display the behaviors that we're trying to attack. We're attacking behaviors that's leading up to the statistics that we see every day. Y'all already know the stats. Y'all know the killing and shooting and all of that.
Yes.
We gotta put our little two-piece in there for this, try to stop it, man. We'll have some NBA players there. Like I said, we'll have free food, all of that. But the main thing I'm looking forward to this year is talking to our young women and young boys about that crime, man. We're gonna get that stuff out of them, man.
What's up, Central Virginia? I'm Omar White, owner of City to City Auto Sales, home of the Guaranteed Financing Program. You joined me for Deals for Dad. You came out for gas for the summer. Now I'm asking you to come out for Smoke and Vine, July 9th. Smoke and Vine with EU as we shake your thing out and do what you want to do. I can't tell you how to shake your groove. See you there. Peace.
All right, now we got my man Mike, Big Mike is what I call him, in the building, man. He has some things that's coming to you as well as a promoter in the city who's done a lot of events. Let's go ahead and get into that as well. I want to hear about like some things that you've done, and what was your start as far as, you know, doing promotions and parties and stuff like that?
Well, what got me into promotion is I looked up and had a hit record called The Funk Mode. So that's why I call myself Funk Mode Entertainment. Started off in '89. So I've been promoting since '89, and as well as some of my other promoter friends, I brought everybody to Richmond.
Yeah.
You know, too many to name.
Too many to name.
Yeah.
Okay, but if we heard them, we done seen them here.
You done seen
gonna
them.
help bring them here.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about, man. All right, so now let's get to what we talking about. We want to talk about the Smoke and Vine Festival that you've been doing as well. And you said you've been doing it for how long?
Since 2012.
2012, and I was actually telling him some behind the scenes about how common and a part of the culture it is to smoke cigars and stuff like that, and a brotherhood when you have brothers that you can go there and actually just sit and talk or whatever and chop it up. But tell us about the Smoke and Vine Festival and what can be seen there.
Smoke and Vine is an event, like I said, it has been done since 2012. It's an event of cigars and wine. It's been done at the James River Winery for the last 12 years. But this time we've outgrown it, so we're taking it to New Kent, Virginia.
That's what I'm talking about.
With an unlimited amount of people who will turn out for this event.
Okay.
So
you have it at the old track? What is it? I forgot the name of it.
It's a racing
The racing course, yeah.
It used to be called Colonial Downs.
Right.
So it's a casino, Colonial Downs, in New Kent, Virginia.
Oh, that's gonna be crazy, man. That is gonna be insane. Okay, so what else can they look forward to as far as entertainment wise? You know.
Well, we'll have a celebrity DJ, celebrity host, and a couple of bands and some national acts. And the event will start from 4 p.m. to 10 p.m. And you can buy food, you can buy cigars, you can buy wine, and tickets are going fast. You better get those early bird tickets now while they last.
All right, can you tell them as well, where can they pick up the tickets as well for the event?
Well, right now we're just only doing tickets online, but you can go to Smoke and Vine Eventbrite 2022.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of tickets left online if you hurry up and catch them.
And give them as well the date, the times that the gates will open, so that everybody will be there, you know.
Right. It's the Smoke and Vine Festival. It's going to be in New Kent, Virginia from 4 to 10 p.m. It's right off the highway, right off of after the Bottoms Bridge. It's going to be a dope event, like I said. We waiting on it.
Okay. Yes, sir. Man, y'all make sure y'all come and check my man Mike out, Smoke and Vine Festival. It is going down. So we'll be back. Sir.
Yes, sir.
And then I went on to do news at WKIE and moved up from doing news to being on the air and programming and management and all of that was really good. The greatest opportunity I had, one of the greatest, was to make WKIE a hip hop radio station. Mm-hmm. That was because all of the FM stations that played urban music, played the old school urban music, the jazz, you know. FM was new for black music, so that's what they played. So we couldn't compete on an AM signal, so we did hip hop. And we kicked butt in the ratings. And that's when I learned how important hip hop was. I didn't know about it till this little group called Z-Rock came into the picture and showed me what it was all about. And I learned that everybody doesn't have to like it. Those who like it will listen to it, and the ratings will show, and you can sell it. So that was good. And then when I had the opportunity to work at Magic 99, and I got to co-host a morning show with Philly Phil, one of the second greatest times of my life in radio, because Phil was a programmer who allowed you to help him program. And that was one of the most fun times of my life. And one of the most important things to our morning show was the people who listened to our morning show. They were most important.
There were so many that has friended me on Facebook that told me that they worked at the station on a part. I can't even remember half the people who have told me that they worked there for however long it was. I do remember most of the full-timers that were there. So I want to say thank you to them. And I definitely want to say thank you to Mickey Spencer. I mean, you know, probably till the day I leave this earth, people will always associate Philly Phil with Mickey Spencer.
Yeah.
To this day, they still walk up to me, how's Mickey Spencer?
Yeah, and me, how's Philly Phil?
And, you know, and we had, you know, we just had fun. I remember when we were relegated to the point where we were told the pecking order was supposed to be Power 92, Kiss, and then Magic was supposed to play Jammin' Oldies, and we were going to be just maybe a 2-share. But you're not going to get any promotion.
Hi, we're the Starlings,
of Kevin's Cars.
and we're back at it again being sponsors for the annual Smoke and Vine.
So come on down, July the 9th, and join us.
Come join us as we shake our thing with EU.
And if you need a vehicle to make your outfit complete, then come on down to Kevin Cars and check the fleet. I can't tell ya who to sock it to.
Inventor of Soul Bap. We're going to talk about that and many more things, my man. Gardner, how you doing, my brother?
All right, I'm doing good, bro.
All right.
Yes,
All right. First of all, I'd like to ask, are you a native of Richmond, Virginia?
yes.
All right, tell me a little bit about you coming up in Richmond and specifically your musical influences coming up as a Richmonder.
Okay, so originally I came up over the north side, right across the street from John Marshall, in the apartments over there. We also had like big influence of country and city, being able to go to Charles City and all types of things, and then later on New Kent in my life. But musical influences, of course, being a soul singer, gospel. you know what I mean, that come into play all the time or whatever. My mother's a minister of music. My grandmother used to be a minister of music as well. God rest her soul. And you know, just a musical family and stuff like that who still, you know, dabble in music till this day. So for me, the influence from gospel and soul music was just like a natural thing, because I think that's the natural progression as far as from gospel is. So, you know what I mean? Yeah.
So did you start off singing in the church? You actually ever in a choir and things like that?
Yes. Under my mother, you know, we had to pretty much when we were smaller anyway, and she was still teaching a bunch of churches, choirs. She was minister of music for a lot of churches, especially St. Paul's before they went mega as well. She had she was a choir director for them, but she used to have me and my sister at the choir rehearsals, and that's where I used to learn, pick up a lot of stuff, pretty much having to be there and growing up. So I began to get advanced as far as a younger person, just involved in music with my mother and stuff, as far as knowing notes and playing instruments and stuff like that.
Okay, so take me from your church upbringing to doing a more secular music. What was the path? Did you get any negative kickback or feedback from your family, being that you come from this church background? And just let me know the process.
Oh, I mean, for that, it never was that. You know, I mean, that's good. A good thing that I never came from that. But for me, it was kind of like, this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I want to do with my life and stuff like that. So I mean, regardless of what they say. And plus, I wasn't out there making music that was kind of like crazy. It was gonna harm somebody. You know what I mean? It actually was dope to listen to. So I had that support from the beginning, even from an album that I did. That was 12 original songs with a couple producers. Shout out to them. But never came out, and they supported me at the album release we had for that. I mean, I had not an album release, I had a listening session.
Yes.
Yeah, so they always been supportive and stuff like that, and especially proud now from the moves I've been able to make independently, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. So I'm assuming that you had good soul music coming up, playing in your household as a youngster. That was a great influence on you?
I mean, we did. You know, my mother used to record music and stuff like that, so she pretty much redid Anita Baker and stuff. She used to do cover bands and stuff too. She sung with Plunky and Wonders.
So bring me up more current into, more what's going on there with you musically. I know you've released a few projects. You've done some live performances. Tell me about what's going on, what's been going on for the last few years, and how people can get your music online and everything you're doing right now.
Right. I released a project called Know Your Soul in 2016. Did very well for an independent artist. I always found if you're an independent artist, they say that it's hard, but you got to make music that actually impacts people and stuff and makes them want to listen. So
yes, sir.
From that, I was able to do a lot of things with in New York with SOBs. I mean, I did the Apollo as well. One of my accomplishments, that I wanted since I was young. But the new album that I'm doing, Find the Message, that's supposed to be coming out next month. We're supposed to be dropping that. So musically, I've still been doing singles, putting out stuff. The pandemic did do a lot, as far as keeping people from doing music consistently, videos, whatever they have. I still was doing a few things, shows and stuff like that, paid gigs, opening for Chrisette Michelle and all that type of stuff. And we just did Dave Hollister in January.
I was watching one of your videos, I think it was the Ode to Richmond. Tell me, I saw Soul Bap on your shirt,
right?
And that kind of caught me. What is Soul Bap? Tell me about Soul Bap.
Soul Bap is something that I created, came up with my partner, my manager, Kevin Green, when we were doing parties and stuff like that. And we were trying to come up with a word for the parties that we were gonna call it. And it just came to me because that's pretty much what I do as far as music I create is soul music and boom bap and bap. So I wasn't looking for something to be cliche, and you can't take boom bap is pretty much the perfect word to explain a lot of that stuff too. So I think that's new terminology that I thought was dope to fit exactly what I do, something fresh. Yeah.
Okay, so you basically got a combination of soul music and boom bap. So you have a hip hop background as well. I noticed you were rhyming on your, doing some spoken word and rhyming on your video.
Right.
You're a hip hop fan, a hip hop head, I take it.
Yes. I actually was rapping first before I actually started pursuing singing. Okay. So it was crazy. I did a mixtape when I was 17, 18.
Wow.
Called The Next Revolution Mixtape, which is crazy that I called something that, and that's real powerful. But
yes.
actually put that out and stuff like that. That actually went well, but I found out from that CD that I could actually sing and record, because for me, I didn't really like my voice back then,
Right.
but I found out then that I could actually do it, so that's when I really started going full steam behind that, you know.
So you produce as well, right? You do some of your own production.
Yes.
Tell me what kind of equipment you work with and how long you been producing, and just kind of the evolution, you know, what kind of equipment you started with compared to what you use now for your production.
The machine Micro MK3, that's one of the machines that I actually bought. Super dope machinery. Started looking it up. Once I really finally was like, okay, I'm gonna stop producing it. And it's crazy though, because before then, even like, you know, when I was coming up young and like still was involved with ciphers, I think that was we were part of the last era that happening and stuff, wise us being young, drinking on the corner and stuff, and people just doing ciphers and battling each other and stuff, for real. So, but I was the boom bap guy, like, I mean, the bebop guy on the mouth and stuff like that. So, I came from that, beating on my hands and stuff on desk and all that at school. So it was natural progression. I played the drums too. So that's natural progression for me to go to making stuff digitally. And yeah, once I got my hands on that and stuff like that, I moved pretty fast, of course, because I already had some music behind me and being a drum player and all that stuff like that. So it won't hard, and I know the sound that I want to create. And for me, sound is like, it's something real deep for me as far as what I hear. So I know what kind of snare or kick or stuff like that, what it's supposed to sound like, you know what I'm saying? So it comes with a lot of that a lot of beginners don't have.
Let the people know where we can find your music and find you on social media and online.
Everything to find me is Garnett Bolden, Garnett Bolden Music on Instagram, and that's spelled GARNETTBOLDIN, and music on Instagram, like I said. Have an album out as well called Know Your Soul. Y'all go check that out. It's streaming everywhere right now. And then, of course, like I said, we will be dropping a new album called Find the Message next month. We got a lot of UK things going on too, so we'll be releasing it in the UK as well, as far as one of our singles. So, yeah,
they're big fans of the soul music in the UK.
Yes.
So much success and luck with that, man.
Yes, I appreciate it, man.
My name is Tony Liggins, owner of Telegon Pest Concepts and Services here in Richmond, Virginia, a company with over 20 years of existence. We're proud this year to be a major sponsor for Smoke and Vine, the event at Colonial Downs. Come join us July 9th with the likes of EU as we sit there and we do the butt. Like Telegon's slogan said, tell us your problem and it's gone.
And do it again. Keep going.
Gotta get on camera.
There you go.
That's it.
We in there.
That's good enough.
You got me one too?
No, I ain't gotta hit that one.
Yes, indeed.
I didn't even get it.
You did? Oh,
You gotta
my
do
God.
it again. Pass it to Kev. You can do it again.
But the dip is.
There you go. We're gonna give it back. That's a regular ball. Oh.
This is the outside ball. Okay.
This is regular, dude. Yeah, baby. That's it, big. Got me a little workout. Once again, y'all, we are in the building, CVA360. I am Garnett Bolden.